Alright everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Pokemon Black 2, and today we're starting off in Driftvale City, and not for the PWT, don't worry. So, that's gonna come later. So, if you're excited for what we're doing today in this episode, make sure you go ahead, hit that like button, and subscribe, because we are here for a very specific reason, and that's because I believe we can finally enter the Clay Tunnel. And that will take us to another part of this game that we need to go to for actually quite a few things, I believe. And so in order to get to that area, I would like to get to Icarus City. There's quite a few things to do there, and we've got battles already. And there we go, starting off with a battle. There's an item there and I want the item now. Alright, you have to go all the way over here. Oh, there's definitely more to this than just what we can see now. Alright. Okay, looks like we're going this way? Want to ride this mining cart? Sorry? That's how you... Interesting. Okay. Well, thank you, Azurill, for doing that. I don't know where we've ended up in this cave. This is... I've never done this. This is becoming one of those instances of the I've never done this show on this channel with this game. Oh, these are all the old sprite for the boulders for strength. Anyway, battle time. Alright, there we are. It's another battle done. I'd love to explore this place a little bit more, because it is kind of interesting, and it's got the Twist Mountain, whatever it's called, the Twist Mountain thing. Music, there we go. Oh my goodness. Music. So yeah, it's kind of, I guess this is kind of a mix of Twist Mountain and not Twist Mountain. I don't know. I don't really want to battle every single trainer that we encounter. I don't know if you noticed, I did actually change out Cut for Dragon Tail on Riddle, actually. So that is potentially helpful for Riddle. Not really sure how helpful it is going to be, but it should be somewhat helpful. That is... so we've got two cave entrance things that we can go into. So there's this main one, which is probably the one you're supposed to go to. And then there's another one here, which is the Mistralton Cave. Interesting. So this takes us into Mistralton Cave, which has always been glitched. I don't think there's anything in Mistralton Cave, legendary Pokemon-wise at least, anymore. I'll have to double check on that, but that's good to know that's where that is. As we try and make our way through, I'm like sort of following the train tracks to try and see if that's gonna help take us where we need to go. I'm gonna try and skip past some of these battles as well, because we're gonna end up doing another one anyway. Hopefully there aren't too many more battles like that. Also, how are we gonna... There's all these different, you know, areas with the stone. I mean, how much more is there to go? We keep on going up this way. Are we gonna hit another roadblock, or No, we're gonna hit... Oh, this is this part of Twist Mountain. Interesting. Ooh, we get Stone Edge. That's a good TM. So definitely gonna want to keep repelling. So this is the Ice Stone. Does this take us into actual Twist Mountain then? Like where Twist Mountain was? I don't know. What happened to Twist Mountain? Yeah. Actual Twist Mountain is here. So I believe this is the cave that takes you to Icarus. Yeah. This is. So I have no idea what's still further in there. We may have to go back, but we've made it to Icarus City, which is cool because it's taken a long time to get here, it feels like. Much longer than I would have potentially hoped for. But there is actually good reason for why we are over here. And you can probably tell by the title. Especially because that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to be, which kind of changes the way this episode's going to be. So let's buy a couple more Ultra Balls and a couple more Super Repels, because we are going to try and enter the Dragon Spiral Tower. And for a very specific reason. I'm fairly confident I healed up and didn't just forget to do that. Yes. So, let's head... I mean, it's been a while since we were in Icarus City. I wonder if this is still like a gym. Proper gym. I mean, there's no trainers in here. I mean, I'm not, you know, it's kind of fun. I should just do this on my own. In my own world. My own actual save of Pokemon Black 2. But, you know, Black 2 is one of those games that takes so long and so much time and effort and a bit of grinding as well occasionally, that sometimes you just don't always want to do the post-game, or maybe you have a different idea of a game you want to play instead. And I just kind of want to see what's at the end of this. I wonder if they ever fixed the bug. Where is the bug? It's it's one of these, right? I guess they must have fixed it. Because there's a time when you could just kind of go through already. But anyway, is there anything up here? It is. There's Bryson. In the past, when I was hurt and depressed, Alder shared this with me. There's a strength in being with other people in Pokemon. Receiving their support makes you stronger. I worked as a gym leader, and I came to understand what he meant by that. My desire became to strengthen this relationship that made everyone stronger, the relationships between people and Pokemon. By focusing on the paths of nectar, I want to make everyone think that living together with Pokemon is exciting and wonderful. Teaching is being taught. Excuse me, it's time for training. Alright, well that's nice. We get to talk to the former Icarus City gym leader and Bryson there. And yeah, let's head on out and head to the Dragon Spiral Tower. And for very good reason, because if you remember... Oh. We still don't know anything about it. Could the Dragon Spiral Tower somehow symbolize ideals? Could it somehow represent truth? So, you came here as well. It was 2 years ago. In this tower, a certain man and a certain Pokemon came face to face. This man pursued his ideals so he could change the world. That's right, the building rising serenely into the sky is the Dragon Spiral Tower. It has towered over this land since before Unova was founded. On the highest floor, the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon was waiting for the appearance of a person seeking his or her ideals. It was exactly how the legend said it would be. Ah, the Darkstone. In that case, you must be headed to the top floor. Changing the world. That's an outrageous idea, but it is possible to change yourself, as long as you don't pursue your ideals. My, that conversation took a serious turn. Maybe something light and sweet would help balance things out. Oh, we get the old guitar, similar to what in their first games. Be seeing you. Alright, well, we will be seeing you because we are going to enter the Dragon Spiral Tower. I'd love to see what this thing actually is supposed to look like. I feel like that's just a simple Google search, but, like, what is this place supposed to genuinely look like? Because you never really see. And then the other thing is there's these other, like, blocks, and you can't surf in here. So, like, what are they for? It's all these ponderous questions that make me wonder more and more about the world of Pokemon and what it really looks like. I feel like, though, if it were on the 3D games, it would somehow be a little bit underwhelming. It's a good thing that they put all this in the Gen 5 games. Because there's not a lot that's underwhelming in these games. It's kind of interesting going through here, and I'm assuming there isn't gonna be Team Plasma Grunts here. I'm gonna assume that. Maybe there will be Team Plasma Grunts here. I don't know. I'd prefer there not to be. But that's just me. And then we're gonna do a lot of this bouncing around for all of these items. Do we need a shiny stone? No, but do we have one? Yes. Because I will go for every item that I can, that I'm confident isn't a Fungus or a Moongus. Alright, now we can head back up here. I also like the music. It's cool music. Yeah, no team Plasma this time. That's kind of nice. It's interesting walking up here and it's just kind of nothing. Whoa, 3 Pokeballs? Oh, okay, I see now. The Lustrous Orb, Gracious Orb, and the other one, the Adamant Orb. Yeah, okay. That all makes sense. That makes sense completely. And then this puzzle is always fun because it takes forever. And I always forget it. Ooh, Dragon Claw. That. Finally, we get Dragon Claw. I feel like that's a move that we have been lacking in having. A PP Max. Those are rare. That'll be great for Gunk Shot for Sludge. Considering that's really the only move we're gonna be utilizing on him when we're gonna start being a little bit more competitive. Max Revive, and we can head on up again to the final area. We have a Comet Shard, no idea what that's for. And the part where I think we're gonna save right here. And let's head on up, because it's time to awaken our Pokemon. The Darkstone, it's trembling inside the bag. Take the Darkstone out of the bag. And there we go, Zekrom is going to basically get its power. And the Darkstone draws in the aura of the surroundings and converts it into a powerful force, which is now being released. It's nice, we get this cutscene again, but instead in Dragon Spiral Tower. And there it is, Zekrom. And there we are. There is Zekrom. We've saved again, because I wasn't sure if we were going to have a Latios situation. And let's talk to Zekrom. Because we get ourselves a battle here. And there we go. So we can take on Zekrom. And, man, this is gonna be a tricky battle. I don't think we can use Dragon Tail in this battle, which is gonna be a bit frustrating. I'm just gonna go for a Leaf Blade. And yeah, we're maybe starting with Riddle wasn't the best option. Not sure which would be a good option, in all fairness. But actually, we didn't use the Quick Ball. We could have used the Quick Ball. That'll be something to think about. For what'll inevitably probably be another attempt. So there we go. That's probably gonna take Riddle. Actually, no, because Electric type moves, so it's not gonna take Riddle out because Riddle's just that strong. But either way, we're getting it quite low. I'm tempted to use... I'm thinking about which Pokemon would be the best to use in this situation. I'm thinking maybe Riley. Because we've got Dragon Pulse. Well, let's go for an Aura Sphere then. That'll probably be our weakest move. At least against Zekrom. And it just on the edge there. Alright, let's go for Ultra Balls now. This should be the point, well, this is just now the point where we're gonna just try and catch it, I guess. Hopefully it just wants to use Imprison a bunch, and we don't have to worry about it using ridiculously overpowered moves, and the fact that it's a legendary, so it's just strong anyway. What is going on with the catch rates in this? The amount of time I had to wait in, like, Emerald, and Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and, well, it's really Heart Gold. The amount of time I had to wait to catch Pokemon, Platinum as well, versus this game. Ridiculous. Anyway, Zekrom, the deep black Pokemon. This legendary Pokemon can scorch the world with lightning. It assists those who want to build an ideal world. We're gonna name Zekrom Pitch. I think that's what we did last time, and I think it still fits right now. So there we go. Pitch has been put into the PC, probably to never be seen again. Zekrom has recognized you as the new hero. That's right. As a trainer with a will strong enough to challenge the world, I have something to tell you. Go to the Giant Chasm. Kyurem has returned. That's what my friend has told me. Joey, the world that you desire for Pokemon and humans. I look forward to seeing how full of love that world is. Someday, Pokemon and humans will be bound together without Pokeballs. They will simply trust and help one another. They'll make that kind of world. Alright, well that's gonna be it for this episode. And, yeah, that is pretty cool hearing what N has to say about that. And probably the last time we'll see N. I'm not 100% sure if he completely disappears now or if he disappears after we catch Kyurem. But, I'm not sure if that's exactly going to be the next episode. I haven't actually decided yet. It might be, but if it is, it's going to be a real short episode, so there may be some other things going on in that episode. Because I'm planning on using the Master Ball for Kyurem. I know that kind of spoils it. But having had a look at some of the legendary Pokemon, the only real one that kind of makes sense to use the Master Ball on is Kyurem. Unless there is one other. So I'm going to check if that one is a roaming legendary. I don't think there are roaming legendaries in this, but I'm going to check at least to make sure. And if the Pokemon I'm thinking of isn't a roaming legendary, then I'm using the Master Ball on Kyurem. If it is a roaming legendary, I'll be using the Master Ball on it. So that's gonna do it for this episode. So if you enjoyed, make sure you go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Take care.